Good morning, everyone. You're probably wondering, where have I been these past couple of days? To be honest, I've been under the weather and just been flat out fighting while just being, dying. So today what we're going to do is give you a full highlights. What's been going down on my server, right? OKS and DK versus the GG and WP boys in our Zone 4. And I'm going to give you full highlights of what happened on the first day, yesterday, and the current situation. So no matter what now, if you watch this video, you will know exactly what's gone on in our war. And it starts off at the pass. And this is what was crazy, because during this first war, I was in the live stream with Guns. So if you actually go to one of Guns' streams, you might be able to check it out when it's OKS versus GG. I jump in call and we start chatting away, having a bit of fun as well, while we are doing some good old fighting. But you'll see the big spot the difference here, and GG has double rallies onto our pass, right? They have other archers swarming down the pass, but somehow OKS haven't done their rallies. And this is what's a bit weird, because I personally don't know what was the plan. I don't know if this was miscommunicated or this was all according to plan, because you can see there is rallies there and people are joining the rallies and they're waiting for those rallies to be filled. But to me, it obviously feels like it's going to be a bit too late. And everyone was like, is this going to be, quick enough for them? And we'll showcase what happens, because GG doing a fantastic job, honestly, here, pushing through the pass, fast forwarding it down. Let's get it down to the closer time. And this is where things are going to get spicy. Because what you're going to see is, again, I don't know if this was planned or not, miscommunications, but it goes into our favor for a split second. A split second, chaos has been created. And what you're going to notice, and you have to pay attention, guys, that's why I paused it beforehand, the pass. The pass is going to get taken before the rally hits. And what that does actually mean, and it's kind of crazy, the rally doesn't cancel because it hasn't actually hit the target yet. Even though the target's changed, it's still going to hit the pass. So what's going to occur here, the pass is going to switch, the rally is going to come in, and you're going to see a second rally coming in. And this was kind of scary, because you can see everyone here trying to swarm it down. They miss-swarmed it. They get the pass to the GG side. And now one of the rallies is starting to hit, and look at the damage. Look how much damage this thing is doing to it. Watch it carefully, because it goes down to like 50% from the one hit at one point. Look at that. It's chaos. It's carnage. Everyone, I can imagine, on the GG side is panicking, like, holy fuck, what's just gone on here? But I have to give the W where W's are, bro, because GG, within probably 10 seconds, realized what was going on, instantly filled up the pass first, so they didn't have to worry about it now, and then they're pushing through. And this is where my troops, as you can see, are now pushing in, and this is honestly the first start of the fight. So we're on this bridge, we're just going to be fighting as much as we can. You can see GG dropping down the Hydra here as well to try and do as much damage, reducing obviously our armor, doing that poison AoE. It's kind of nasty to go against the Hydra on the open field. But here we go. They are going crazy right now, trying to push through. The Hydra coming in onto the bridge, pushing with that front line of infantry. And this is going to be one theme I'm going to kind of note for it. This is a spoiler. This is a future spoiler, guys. Infantry. And I'm going to make a full video on this as well. But infantry, keep an eye on infantry throughout this video, because it is the spoiler to the fights, right? So here we've got the, again, basic kind of opening fight. And what we're going to do from here, honestly, is push forward, because this fight here on this lasts ages. It lasts ages and ages until obviously there is a victor from it, and we're going to keep moving forward. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the video so far. You know what to do. Smash like, comment, and subscribe. But what we're going to do is go into the future. I'm going to try and explain what happens after this, then what happened yesterday, and then what the current situation is, right? So let's do that. And welcome to the carnage again. So this is what happens basically after the bridge, right? So as you can imagine, GG are successful. They do push off the bridge. And after so many hours we have to fall back. So we're now fighting onto basically our territory. They do have the territory disadvantage, realistically, right? They don't have their own buffs when they fight on it, which should obviously help us, right? It should help us. But you'll notice the number disadvantage here on the OKS side versus the GG side, even on all fronts, the infantry, everything is here. And when we're looking here on the rally count, the reason why we're looking at that is if you look at the top corner, boys, our Bastion is getting rallied. You heard right, there's double rallies on it. We counter rallied one of them, and then they counter rallied our counter rally. So you heard right, there's just 5 rallies on there. There's going to be more rallies to come as well later down the line. But you can see here a massive push for them because they do need to destroy the Bastion. If they're able to destroy the Bastion, it's going to be a lot easier for them, right, to actually plant flags and start pushing forward through our zone. So this is honestly what happens now for the next few hours. We're going to start fast forwarding through the footage. You can see this is currently at 2 o'clock, guys, basically 2 in the morning. My time, it was 3 o'clock in the morning while we were fighting. It was super late, but I stayed up for everyone, right? Kept fighting, even though I was dying inside. But here we go. We're going to fast forward it now. We see what is going to transition from here, and you'll notice nothing too much goes on, right? We've got another rally coming forward. This rally is actually going to go for a fort. And what the GG guys were doing with these fort rallies, as you can see, I'm just showcasing it off, they were disbanding it a little bit higher up, and you might see it get disbanded. And when they do, what they kind of try and use their infantry there is to kind of box us in. They box us in from the back and then push really hard with the front and sandwiches us in. They know the back troops will die really quick, but that kind of timing they do, honestly, it's a really nice little strategy that I noticed that they were doing quite often. But here we go. Look at the, again, number disadvantage here on our side. And this is kind of what was kind of transitioning throughout most of the fight here. And GG doing a fantastic job pushing through, using infantry again to get that front line, to force us back to reposition and kite backwards. Otherwise, we're taking unnecessary deads. And now we have an answer. OKS dropping the Necro Giant. And you can imagine what the Necro Giant is going to do. If we just fast forward it again, this is just 5 minutes from where we last click. But if we go a little bit forward after showcasing me healing up, you can see 5 minutes. Getting all of our like troops out, getting the cabs out, see if we can, you know, get some cleanup kills here on these archers. Because I was like, oh yeah, cabs are here, boys. We're getting the free kills. Boom. Boom, all the artifact damage. It was a good time, I'm not gonna lie. And I just noticed as well, by the way, cavalry players are getting really good reports this season. I think it's just because of the way merits are being calculated. We'll have to deep dive into that maybe in the future. You guys can tell me if you want a video on that. But you can see this is kind of what transitions. So we can go through now, showcase and get a bit more of a time. You see this is 15 now. So 2:15, 3:15 in the morning for me, and we're still finding the same position. So what we can do is fast forward this, guys, to around, I believe, this time here, because when we're sending guns some reports, you can see this is 2:42, and this is half an hour after the progression, and you can see they are destroying it. They are destroying it. So the way this actually occurs is they do a really good push here. So this is just 10 minutes before that, and you can see they do a massive push with the giant bear. And we just don't have enough players online fighting. I'm going to be honest with you. We really do not have the activity that the, you know, King promised that we would have had this season when we, you know, lost last season against BDO through the restructuring, through the recruitment. But it just wasn't there for this fight when we really, really did need it in the early game. And you can see it, man. And GG, congratulations on this first phase. They were successful, and if we just fast forward it, honestly, about, I think it's around here, you can see we do push them back off the keep. I will give credit where credit's due. We got a 19k report with some T4 majors, not too bad there, quite good, you know. Trying to look around, you can see here, I did an insane report. I don't want to spoil that footage because it's going to be a video on its own where I got 58k or 53k with the St. John Freygar, which was super impressive on my behalf, and I'm going to explain how I believe I got those merits in that video, right? So you can see we do a good job here, but GG already getting the rally in place, pushing forward with the rally, and just like that, you'll notice, honestly, they are pushing forward again. They are pushing forward. So what we're going to do is fast forward it a little bit. I'm going to explain what happened on the next day, because a lot did happen once I woke up and noticed a different scenery from before. Let's just say that. So we wake up the next day and this is what we looked at. We was like, excuse me, what's going on? What is going on here? Right, this is 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning, basically my time, and I could not believe what had transitioned basically on the time of me sleeping. So GG was very, very active and able to push all the way through to our Spire. They pushed all the way through to our Spire, and this is where basically yesterday all of the fighting occurred. This is where they were destroying all the flags, keeps, everything they needed to do to take this Spire and move forward, right? So not, as you can imagine, what I was happy to wake up to, but I have to give GG to the GG Alliance, right? Because they are showcasing super activity, what you need to be doing to win, honestly, a season in Call of Dragons, right? And you can see I've got some troops on their way. We're going to fast forward and you can see them here, and we just do a little bit of poking, and this is kind of where in the morning shift, I will admit, I wasn't that excited fighting here, apart from this kind of bit you're watching now, and that's because honestly we was on the defensive. We were honestly on the defensive. There might have been times, even if we did have the number advantage, we never really pulled the trigger. It was just out of respect, potentially, of them being just better players, I'm guessing, and wiping out some of our matches when they didn't need to wipe out. I don't know, right? But this is kind of what was going on. It was a little bit disheartening, but as you know, your boy here wants to get the merits in too. Anyway, so we've used the Garage Skogo for the infantry lineup, and now I'm using basically triple archers with a mage just to do as much damage as I can. Notice my mage really up in the front line. I was like, hey, oh, what is Lilia doing here? She's just tanking it all, 10xing. I'm like, okay, let's pull her back. That is not a good moment in my behalf, right? But my archers are doing fantastic. Honestly, people are probably wondering or hating on archers this season. I'm not gonna lie, I'm doing really good with them. I feel like they're doing fine if you know what you're doing with archers. If you get this really explosive power and use it correctly, you can do some absolute nastiness with it. And I will showcase that in a future video. I promise you guys that. So this is kind of what happens on the next day. Fights like that. I'm just kind of healing. See, my hospital's kind of full. It's kind of full, boys. It's kind of full, right? But we're going to move forward. We'll move forward a little bit, right, with more gameplay. So here is where we basically are using a little bit of cavalry, a little bit of infantry. We're having a little bit of fun, but this is what the whole kind of standoff were like. This is what the day was going on. We were holding and defending this Spire for as long as we can. And then there was some really good pushes where we did some decent fighting. You can see here where we're kind of like trying to clean up on these guys. And this is what we're talking about. You can clearly see, I think here we have some good number advantage and stuff, but people not willing to fight like in the front. They're always hiding in the back. It is what it is. Even when people were saying push, they wouldn't push. It kind of got on my nerves. I'm going to be honest, you know, being that player, that's kind of like T4 still. Even though I've got T5 archers, guys, it's only 400k, right? I ain't got a full 5 marches of archers, you know. I'm not no super crazy whale. So from here you can see GG were successful on just keep kind of pushing us back, holding us off, and doing a really good job at doing that. And to be honest, we kept holding as long as we could. We kept defending, and then I fell asleep again, like always. And when we fell asleep, we woke up to today. I'm going to showcase what today looks like, because this is what is going to be transpiring and the future PvP content on here. So we zoom out. I'm just kind of TP behind the pass. I kind of like TPing behind here because honestly, GG and no jokes when it comes to pushing as fast as they have, because you can see now the whole kind of timeline, right? So you can see we started the fight over in this pass area at the beginning of the video. it transpired into this little top zone, which was where the main fight was for about 5 to 6 hours. And then after then, I went to sleep. It obviously kept going on, but they was able to win and push up to this area. So the Spire fight you was watching was all located here in this zone, and you can see they was successful again in pushing through. So now GG are knocking on the front door again, and you can see them building up flags here to get as much space ready, so whenever they do destroy any of this, they're going to be able to, you know, get that extra zone pop instantly into their favor. But we are on this ramp. This is where the OKS guys are kind of, you know, fighting, and if you know, can't fight, you just basically teleport further back. I've just teleported super safe, because why not? It's just better to be super safe than not, right? Because who knows what can happen. But this is where we're at, guys. This is where we are, and you can see, you know, they are doing a good job. We're trying to hold them off at this little bridge here, but you know, they are just walking through GG, kind of fighting, doing their own thing, and this is what today is going to be. So hopefully there's going to be some more PvP footage for you guys, and I hope I've kind of done a good job giving you guys an update of the wall that's been on my server now in this video, kind of showcasing the past fight all the way through. And honestly, GG putting on a show, doing a really good job, pushing us back and beating us in this season, to be honest with you guys. So if you've enjoyed this video, smash like, comment, and subscribe, and until the next one, stay safe, stay sneaky, peace out.